Welcome to Heal with Ty and Kara. This is an episode where we're going to kind of take a little break from the Hades and Persephone work for now. And I just had something I wanted to speak about because of the person that my mom was. It was her birthday yesterday. She's passed away a few years ago. But I had some thoughts about her that I thought I would share, and in doing so, I hope this can be helpful for anybody else that maybe has lost a parent or is dealing with health problems with a parent, mental health problems. Anything that you're dealing with, I feel for you, and I hope this can be helpful for you today. So, my mom in our family was a very amazing person. She made sure decorations were up for every holiday. She made sure we had family parties for every holiday. She cooked these amazing meals, for crap loads of people, and she was just constantly doing these services in the background that I truly believe everybody took for granted, but yet just it created so much connection and love for everybody, that when she passed, that's when everything kind of got real with everybody, because they realized she was the glue to our family. She was what brought everybody together. It didn't matter who had, drug and alcohol problems. It didn't matter who had, marital issues. It didn't matter what was happening. She invited and welcomed everyone. And it was always a time that you knew when you came to her home, you were welcome and loved and received with open arms. And so I wanted to speak on this because I miss her, for one, but I also miss the glue that she was for our family. I thought it would be awesome to honor her for her birthday and speak about her. So any of you out there who has lost a parent that meant a lot to you, I just want to express love to you. I hope you know that you are still very loved and thought of by that parent, and I truly believe in full spirituality, and I feel my mother's love every day, even though she's passed on. I wanted to also just speak to, there was a story that I wanted to share that I thought would be applicable. There was a time where I was going through a really challenging time in my first marriage, and my marriage wasn't very good, and I remember going down to her place, and just, I just wasn't planning to talk about anything, but I just needed to kind of be in my mom's presence, just because, it just could kind of instantly help you feel better just to be around her. And so I went, and my intention was just to go play cards with my mom. And so I sat down with her, and we sat down to play some cards, and we started playing one of her favorite games that she liked to play, and then she just kind of like put her hand on my hand and said like, something's up. And that's all she said, and I said, "Nah, Mom, everything's good. I'm here." The classic lie, right? Everything's fine. But she's like, "It's your energy, Ty. Something's up." And she's like, "You've seemed, a little bit on the low energy side for a while now, and I just want to see what's up." And so, at that point, I'm like, "Oh shoot, I guess I can talk," So I had let her know that just things have been, challenging. I didn't want to necessarily go into depth about the marriage or anything, because I felt like that's something that should stay between you and your partner. But I needed to desperately talk to somebody, but I didn't, at the time, I didn't know who to talk to, because I definitely didn't have like a therapist or anything like that to talk to about this. And so my mom could tell I was having a hard time maybe opening up to what was going on, and she just said, is it your kids, and something with your kids? And I said no. And she's like, "Well, it may not be my place, but is it something to do with your wife?" And I said, "I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about stuff like that, right?" And she's like, "Of course you are. Of course you're supposed to." And she's like, she just kind of gave me the whole confidentiality thing. Like, "Hey, I'm not going to say anything to anybody. Nobody's going to know a word." And I usually could trust that with my mom, because if she said that, she would lock it up and not say anything to anybody. And so, so I did just kind of go in and just let her know what was happening. And, I don't want to go into too many details about that, because it was just not a very pleasant thing. But my mom just received it, and she didn't, tell me what to do. She didn't she didn't shove a lot of advice down me. She just heard me out, and then she just asked one simple question at the end of it. She's like, "What are you going to do?" I was like, "I don't know what I'm going to do." But she says, "Well, what do you need?" And that was where it kind of hit. And so I remember thinking, when she asked that question, like, it's almost like I needed out. I needed a way out, because I was in a marriage with somebody that could care less about me and was using me and was just trying to, was basically doing anything she wanted to do without any kind of marital morals at all. And so it was very challenging. And so when she asked that question, that's the first thing that came to my mind, but I didn't feel like I could say that, because, I was raised to my dad was like, divorce is not an option type thing, and you support your wife no matter what, and work through anything no matter what type person, right? Which is, I think, I think if you're not, your marital problems aren't abusive, I think that is something you can do, is stay together forever, right? But if you're being mistreated or completely, I don't know how to put it, like completely disrespected, I think that is disregarded, yeah. Or kind of, I don't even know how else to put it, but anyway, so I kind of felt ashamed to say, hey, this is what I want to do, but I did finally just say, I feel like I'm in a marriage with somebody that doesn't love me or care about me at all in the least, and is having extramarital affairs and doing things that I have, asked for honesty and like faithfulness for, each other, and that just wasn't even going to happen, right? And so it was a situation where my mom's like, Ty, like, you do not need to stay in a marriage where this kind of abuse is happening. This is abusive what she's doing. And that was the first time my mom gave me like advice about that. And she's like, this is abusive, son. And she's like, this is a situation where you can, exit a marriage, and it's okay. And so I just listened to her for a minute, and she reassured me that, I was a good person, and that I wasn't a bad person for thinking the thoughts that I was having and stuff like that. And because I was feeling pretty guilty, I was raised kind of in this religion where, it's the same thing, like you should never divorce your partner type thing. And anyway, so it was kind of a tough situation. But I just remember her receiving me, hearing me out, and leaving feeling heard, respected, and loved for the first time in a long time, because I didn't dare talk to anybody else about it, right? So I was holding a lot of it in for about 3 years, and didn't know I could, I wasn't feeling like I could talk to anybody. So feeling pretty alone in all of that. So that was the first time I'd felt like respected and heard. And I remember leaving feeling very like at peace, just to have that happen. And so I just appreciated her receiving me, her listening to me, and then being a true example of love and respect that I desperately needed at that time. And now, that I have gone through all of the divorce and gone through everything that I've gone through, I swore to myself, I don't ever want to get with another person ever again, but I have to admit that I finally feel like I found someone that is a lot like my mom. And I don't think there's any compliment I could give that's any greater than that. If you just kind of knew my mom, like, I feel like I found one of the best souls that I did not think was even fathomable out here in this earthly world, And so I just, in honor of my mom, wanted to share those things. And I like I say, in honor of my wife now, Kara, I love her and respect her very deeply, and she also saw me, she loved me, and she respected me from day one, and has still done the same moving forward. And so I married her, and I am so grateful for her. And it is Thanksgiving weekend, and it's time to be grateful and thankful. And there's 2 women in my life that I feel are exemplary when it comes to loving and respecting people. And I feel like Kara and my mom are 2 people that I am very thankful for in my life. And I'm also very thankful for my all of our children and our grandchildren. I'm grateful for their spirits and their souls, and that I get this privilege to be their father. But I just wanted to take this moment and express my gratitude and thankfulness for these 2 women in my life, as well as my family. And I just want to thank anybody that's out there listening, and I hope this message has been helpful for anybody that has lost a parent. And I hope that you know that they still love you, and that you are still very much guarded and protected by a spiritual part of them. And I'm just going to take a second, turn the time over to Kara for a minute. And I know I took a little bit, probably too long to talk here, but I just wanted to speak about my mom and about Kara. And anyway, I'm going to turn the time over to her.
Thanks, babe. That was beautiful. I never got to meet Ty's mom. She passed away before Ty and I met, but I just want to express my gratitude to her for raising such an amazing son, who is an amazing father. Both of his parents passed away before Ty and I met, so I didn't get to meet his dad either, but I feel their presence with us a lot. We keep their picture in our home, and Ty tells stories about them all the time and shares advice that they shared, and they are beautiful souls, and we get to somewhat model our marriage after them, because like Ty's dad, believed a marriage is forever. It's not for a few years until, whatever. It's forever, and you devote devotion and commitment and love and forgiveness and personal growth and sacrifice and service. And we've both experienced relationships that have not been in balance, where one is giving more than the other, and there's just not connection and not the reciprocation that we would desire or demand. We deserve as souls the reciprocation, right? And those boundaries and morals. But we now get to experience what it's like to be with a partner who not only he has love for himself and boundaries for himself, but love for us and devotion to us and to me, and like we can grow together, we can learn together, we can understand different perspectives together, we can disagree and also come into alignment, and just it's a beautiful thing, and it's the love and relationship, we have always wanted, and we hope that every one of you will be able to experience at some point. It's just beautiful. Peace and fun and joy and safety, and we can both fully let our guards down and trust one another, show up for one another, and just, it's a beautiful relationship. So I'm just grateful for Ty's parents for building that foundation with him and helping to shape the incredible man that he is today.
Thank you, love.
So, and yeah.
So, yeah, thank you for that, sweetheart. I think that's the most, that's the thing. Kara is very kind to me. I'm grateful for her kindness. And so any of you that are listening, that is important too, is in your partnerships and marriages and relationships. Kindness is a big key piece to feeling respected and feeling loved and feeling heard. And so I think if you can be anything in your relationship, being kind is probably one of the best things you can do. And so in closing, I just wanted to, again, give a shout out to my amazing mother. Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday, Mom.
And I hope you know how impactful you've been on my life. And I miss you every day. And when it's my time and I do leave this earthly life, the very first thing I'm going to do is come give you the largest embrace you've ever had. So I definitely am grateful for you and all the lessons you've taught me. And thank you for this opportunity I have to share your amazing spirit with the rest of this world and whoever's listening to this. Thank you for listening. And again, I'm so thankful for my mom and wish her a happy birthday. And I'm so thankful that I found Kara, whose soul is so pure and who is so kind and loving, and I'm grateful for her as well. And like I said, this is a great time to be thankful. So take some time and truly think in and contemplate your thankfulness, the people and souls in your life that you've been blessed with, and take time to let them know how much they mean to you. And I hope this message helps you all, and I want to send everybody as much love and light as my mom gave to me throughout my life, and that's a lot. So I hope this blesses or helps you in some small way. And yeah, any last words, Kara?
Just happy birthday, Mom. Love you, Mom and Dad. Thank you for Ty. And love you, Ty.
Love you too.
Grateful for you.
Thank you. Grateful for you too. Okay, y'all. We'll see you on our next episode. Thank you so much. I saw the memory of your face. You left to a better place. You were there my whole life through. Now I'm missing you. They say that life goes beyond the grave. Help me now, I'm short on faith. Can you hear my secret prayer? I need to know you are there. And please forgive my lack of faith. I need your warm embrace. They say that life goes beyond the grave. Help me now, I'm short on faith. Your presence felt inside my heart. We'll never be apart. You taught me love beyond the grave. I know you're here to stay. You taught me love beyond the